Good morning. How are you? Thank you so much for being here today. Is it uncomfortable when you have to sit through the silence? For some reason, I have been gotten very comfortable with sitting still and doing nothing. I think it's an accomplishment. But yeah, lately I've been working on this streak of keeping up with doing quote unquote the right things. Things that would move the needle in my life. And I've been working on it. But it's getting tougher and tougher every day. Because it is so easy to fall back into the old habits. Same way of making choices and decisions. And just imagine this. Imagine you're pulling a string, a stretchy string, and the further you pull it apart, the harder it gets, right? And I feel like I'm at this point where the string, I'm pulling it, and it feels like it cannot go any further. And it's the same way of like you're walking away from the person you were before. But the further you go, the harder to keep going. Last night, I was struggling to keep my hands out of my paint. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but I have to be honest. It's hard to not to when you're lonely as fuck. You're home all by yourself. You're tired from work, working all day, not even have time to go to take a piss or even eat lunch. You're so busy all day, you work from 9, and you get home at 8, and you're tired like a motherfucker. And your mind, you just want to wind down, lay back, and maybe jerk off. Because that's what you do. That's what you always do when you're feeling down and tired. And I did put my hands in my paint. Just for a little bit though. I did not break the streak. It's been probably 3 weeks now. But at the moment, at that time, you know, your body, your mind, everything inside of you, it's telling you to just do it. Just be like, let's feel good for now, you know? Like your body has a very good way of talking you into doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, but it feels good in the moment and you would do it. And it took every ounce, every single thing, every conscious laugh in me to say no, this is not me anymore. And I feel like the hardest part is when the reward is so high and your logic is low. You know, when you get that point, when you're etching, you're like, gosh, if I just do it, it would feel so good right now. But somehow, I found the will to just pull my hands out, pull my hands away. And I know it's so weird. It's just me talking like this, saying things like this. Maybe I should have warned you ahead of time, right? But yeah, I didn't do it. I lay back on the couch and I fell asleep. But then I woke up with another blue balls and it sucked. It's fucking suck. You know, it's like it's aching. You know it will go away. But you can't help but think of the fact that it could have felt so good. But I'm just not talking about this topic particularly, but everything else. Whether it is watching non-productive stuff on your TV or social media, eating junk food, working out, get yourself to read a book, get yourself to learn something new, something productive. And it's just like a string and you pull it apart. The further you go, the harder it gets. And I'm at that point right now when it feels impossible to pull away. But eventually, I believe that if you pull it long enough, you keep on trying, pulling hard enough, this string, it's gonna snap. And that's when you're gonna be able to break free. Because today you give back into the temptation of being the old version of you again. Then the cycle break. The cycle repeat again. Just like every other time you feel guilty, you feel like you're back to day one again. You start over. But not this time. I am done playing this game. I am done fucking around. And I know this might sound silly when I talk about these things because they don't really seem to move the needle in my life, you know? They're not gonna get my portfolio back. They're not gonna make me richer. They're not gonna make me better as a person, right? In the moment. But I believe just these little changes every day. One day you're gonna look back and you're gonna smile. You're gonna be glad that you stuck with it. Even though it felt like it was nothing at the time. Whether it is you start eating cleaner food, going to the gym more often, wash the laundry, fold them, wash the dishes, stop jerking off. I think that's the biggest one. Stop jerking off. Because it teaches you to control the temptation, the vices. Control yourself. You know, learn new hobbies, and yeah, these things don't seem like they're the needle mover in this moment, but one day I'll see it. Because I keep on telling myself that the life-changing things or happened when I switched my career, when I found me a girlfriend, when I pay off my debts, when I make a lot of money. And if I don't get any of those things, I would never feel good enough. But I think I was wrong. I don't have to get any of those things. I just need to show up every day and try again and again and again. And what do you mean by, you might be wondering, what do I mean by trying? Well, we all have different versions of trying. And for me, right now, it is stop chucking the fuck up. Stop chucking up. Stop eating junk food. Stop going to bed late. Stop skipping the gyms. Stop eating out, and cooking at home. What else? Stop the negative self-talk. Stop thinking that you're not good enough. What else? You get the idea, right? You know exactly what you need to do to get to where you want to be. But the hard part is just execute and do it. That's the hard part. And maybe that's why I'm in episode 4, over 440 episodes. And yet, I haven't changed. Still at the same place I was before. When I was at the beginning. And I have no complaint. You know, it's just hard. Changing is fucking hard. But sometimes you just gotta hurt. You're gonna feel like shit. Feel like you wanna throw up. You're laughing so hard. Not because life's good, but because you keep on falling back to the rock bottom. And you're laughing so hard. Because it's so funny, isn't it? You get to a point where you just in enough pain and you're like, yeah, I do need to change. I have to. Or else I'm going to be in more pain. And if you can't change right now, maybe you're not in enough pain. I mean, not in a terrible way. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you got your heart broken by the guy or by a girl, and now you're hitting the gym. You know, you have that motivation to hit the gym. That is the kind of pain I'm talking about. Not, you know, physical pain like you took a bullet or something. No, not that. But it's that kind of heartbreak kind of pain, you know. Like you feel like now you really have that motivation to hit the gym every day, to eat right, to look better. You get what I'm saying? I don't even get what I'm saying, but you know. But I was hoping that I'm going to keep this episode short today. Short and sweet. And I'm gonna hit the gym. And yeah, this fucking blue ball is killing me, but I am not doing it. I am not going back there again. Okay? We'll keep it one day at a time. One day at a time. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you on the next one.